Footbag Basics, the choice of today's athlete. Hi, I'm Bud Palmer. I've spent most of my life playing and broadcasting professional Olympic sports from all over the world. Naturally, I've seen the innovation of many new sports and sports products. But believe me, nothing has intrigued me more than this little sports item here. Looks like a ball. It's not a ball. As you can see, it's more like a bag. It's soft and pliable. And since you kick it with your feet, it's called a footbag. With roots dating back over 4,000 years to ancient China, which is a few years before I began my broadcasting career, this amazing little footbag is certainly not a passing fancy. Footbag is an amusing, aerobic, coordination, training, warm-up exercise for one person, your whole family, a gang of kids, or grown-ups. Footbag will open up a whole new world of fun and fitness with enough challenges to last a lifetime. Footbag will also uncover some rather neglected pedestrian talents in your body. And learning to use both feet equally develops total body synchronization and control, beneficial to all physical activities from the dance floor to the basketball court. When I was with the New York Knicks in the early days of round ball, we had some pretty interesting warm-up drills, but nothing like what you can do with a footbag. Now, since I have my own personal footbag and I've been working out, I like to show these young dudes in the NBA what I still can do. It's amazing what a little extra physical activity will do for a seasoned broadcaster. But seriously, footbag stresses the ability to use only the lower body. It improves mobility and lateral quickness tremendously, which is an enormous asset no matter what your sport. You know, the whole world has become so conscious of physical fitness. I guess that's because people want to feel better and also live longer. It's obvious that sports and physical fitness go hand in hand. We all know that basically the foundation of all sports is agility, balance, and foot speed. The footbag effectively sharpens all these qualities, not only for you, but your whole family, and also provides a lot of fun and laughs at the same time. Talking about fun and laughs, hey, look at that. Whether you're an Olympic or pro hopeful, a sports enthusiast or a fitness buff, you'll find that footbag will increase your lower body dexterity enormously.
Okay.
Footbag is definitely one of the sports of the 80s. Let me show you a comparison between a footbag and a tennis ball. You can see it's considerably smaller. The success of footbag to a great degree is the result of the two fellows out on the court here, Bruce Goodrich and Greg Cortopassi. They're the two-time national freestyle footbag champions and also the founders of the World Footbag Association. Hey guys, come on over here. Let's talk about your sport. The little bag here, or ball, whatever you want to call it. Is it true, Greg, that this started way back in the Chinese Empire about 4,000 years ago?
Yes, it is. Actually, this is the American version of those ancient games. It was started for athletes to develop footwork, the key to most sports.
And Bruce, what does the Footbag Association do?
Well, Bud, the World Footbag Association acts as the promotional and educational arm behind the sport of footbag. We put on numerous tournaments, training camps, festivals, player clinics all over the world. We also publish a magazine which offers players the latest in upcoming events, tournament results, also various products that are available through the footbag world.
I understand you guys do an awful lot of work with the school associations, the school systems.
Yeah, the WFA teams go into and perform into almost about 1,000 schools a year. And with the budget cuts that all the schools are faced with, this is a natural for the space and cost problems. It's very, very good because it promotes cooperation, teamwork, and that win-win concept so that the kids, they have fun at their exercise.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. And what about the Hacky sack? What does that have to do with Footbag?
Well, Hacky Sack is actually a brand name that refers to one style of footbag. The market now involves over 10 manufacturers, which work cooperatively to promote the sport on an equal basis.
Besides all the benefits that Footbag has to offer, it's incredibly good fun. It fits in with any lifestyle, any time, any place. Would you hold this, please?
Sure.
Hold these, would you? Okay, get my stuff. Come on, I'm only
Bruce,
2 away from the gate. I'm only 2 away.
I mean,
Gotta
I know
get
this
going.
is great
I'm
for
late.
skiing and everything,
I'm
but
late. Let's get my hat.
What?
Yeah, goggles.
What's going on here, Bruce?
Gloves.
Bud, are you serious about all this?
I am. I've got to watch that third gate, though. It looks looks like
Yeah.
a tough spot.
I can't believe what he's got all
My
this.
poles, please.
too.
Okay, let's go. Ready? Countdown.
Here we go.
Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Excellent. What fun.
Well, Bruce.
Well, Greg, here we are again, left holding the bag. Now what? Bud's gone. Who's going to finish the video? I guess we better do what we do best.
Let's go for it.
The sport of footbag has developed 4 official games which are recognized and governed by the World Footbag Association. Footbag golf. Footbag golf is played similar to flying disc or the traditional game of golf. Players begin by teeing off, kicking the footbag through and around various hazards, and end by putting the footbag into a designated area. Footbag golf is an excellent game to develop accuracy on both sides of the body for players of all levels. Footbag consecutive. The concept of this game is simple. Keep the footbag airborne using only the feet and knees. The current world record for the singles footbag consecutive is 36,230 kicks in just under 6.5 hours. Footbag freestyle. This is the only one of the games allowing the use of the upper body. Footbag freestyle is the artistic expression of the sport, which combines difficult tricks, cooperative moves, and dance-like movements into a routine often choreographed to music. Footbag net. This game offers the ultimate challenge for the feet. It combines basic kicks and fancy footwork with similar scoring rules of volleyball and the fundamental playing rules of tennis. If you're interested in the competitive side of play or simply just intrigued by footbag's many athletic benefits, the primary tools needed are the 5 basic kicks. The inside kick, the outside kick, the back kick, the toe kick, and the knee kick. Always begin play in a basic athletic stance. Feet pointing straight ahead and shoulder width apart. The knees slightly bent. Your weight should be low and forward on the balls of your feet. By performing the 5 basic kicks correctly, a player can cover a full 360-degree area without falling out of the basic athletic stance. To fully discover the athletic games from Footbag, it's important not to favor one side over the other. Try to involve both sides of the body equally. Divide your body in half, separating the right side from the left. All kicks should be taken to block the footbag's angle of flight. When the footbag approaches the right side, simply use the right foot. When it approaches the left, use the left foot. Kicking correctly will enhance footwork. The person who has mastered footwork on both sides will be more versatile as a player in any sport. And remember, footwork is the key to most sports. For best results while playing, kick the footbag slow and low at about knee level. The kicking speed should be approximately the same as that of the footbag. Normally, the kicking speed is slow, and most beginners play too fast. Try to be smooth and establish a rhythm while kicking. Remember, slow and low. The kicking motion used for footbag is unique because of the lift. Most foot-related games and sports involve kicking objects away in order to score or to pass. Unlike the bounce of a ball, a footbag's resilience is that of a bag, soft and pliable. The player must apply a lifting motion to keep it airborne, as opposed to the swinging motion used in other kicking games. The lift is performed by lifting the kicking foot straight up, not away from the body. The lift enables the kicker to direct the footbag's flight upward for controlled consecutive kicks and passes. It may help to imagine that you're balancing a glass of water on the sweet spot of the kicking foot to establish the ideal striking surface. Concentration should always be focused on the center of the footbag. Remember, it's not how small the object, it's how well you concentrate, and this is vital to most sports. Most players prefer kicking with court shoes. They're popular mainly because of their support and flat surface at the instep, unlike the flared sole of a running shoe. The inside kick is usually the first kick learned. This kick is used mainly as a control kick at all levels of play. It's used when the footbag falls low in front and directly between the shoulders. Position your body weight on the balls of your feet with your arms extended and relaxed to maintain the proper balance needed over the support leg. The inside of the foot is used by turning the instep and ankle up to create a flat striking surface. Begin by transferring the weight to the slightly bent support leg, keeping the hips from turning sideways by pointing them straight ahead. Now bring the kicking foot forward in a smooth lifting motion. Kick up underneath the footbag and make contact low around knee level. The stepping movement associated with the inside kick should be forward in the direction of the approaching footbag. Try curling your toes under, which will rotate your ankle up to aid in creating a flat striking surface. The inside kick is the foundation for proper control to set up most of all footbag's freestyle tricks. A good set is often half the battle. The outside kick is generally the second kick learned. This kick is used whenever the footbag has an end point to the side of the body or outside the width of the shoulders. To provide the proper flat surface, rotate the foot outward and turn the toes upward, opposite that of the inside kick. balance the body during the kick by shifting the weight onto the slightly bent support leg and raise the arm on that side. The balanced arm should be above the shoulders to allow the body to remain balanced. Now, ideally, an imaginary line could be drawn from the tip of the fingers through the body to the kicking foot. As the balance arm moves up, lift the kicking leg straight up from the floor. With the kicking foot now parallel to the playing surface, use a smooth lifting motion and strike the footbag at approximately knee level. The sweet spot is in the middle on the outside of the foot. The most common error made by players performing the outside kick is allowing the footbag's downward flight to come too close to the body. This causes the leg to be cramped and forces the hip to rotate inward, putting the player in a jammed position. When this jamming occurs, the knee is thrown downward, eliminating fluid movement of the hip region, proper leg extension, and a flat striking surface. To avoid this error, step away from the footbag in the area where it's falling. The stepping movement associated with the outside kick is a lateral one from side to side. This simple motion will allow room for the hip region to rotate open and the knee and foot to lift upward, creating the desired leg extension along with the ideal flat kicking surface. Anticipating the end point early of an approaching footbag provides the time needed to make this important step. It's also very helpful to lift your kicking leg and replant it in the same place. This will help ensure a vertical lift. The outside kick is extremely versatile in the fast-paced game of footbag net to aid a player in laterally covering the wide parameters of the court boundaries. The back kick is the most gratifying of the 5 basic kicks to master. The back kick is performed whenever the footbag has an endpoint behind the body. A common mistake for many players is to run back and use a more favored inside or toe kick. Now, this may work in some instances and situations, but not efficiently or consistently. If the back kick is used properly, more range and control of the footbag is possible, also with less effort. As the footbag approaches the upper body or passes over the head, begin the back kick by taking a step forward in the exact direction the footbag is approaching. The stepping leg becomes the support leg. There will be times when the footbag's flight has an endpoint well behind the player. In this instance, slide back rather than stepping forward. Regardless of direction, continue the movement by tucking the arm on the kicking side behind your body. This move enables the hips and upper body to rotate parallel to the direction of the footbag's flight, permitting the footbag to pass while still allowing the player constant eye contact. As this is done, raise the other arm to help balance the weight over the support leg. Now, if these steps have been executed correctly, an imaginary straight line can be drawn from the balance arm through the shoulders and down to the kicking foot, just like the outside kick. As the upper body and arms move into position, the support leg must bend while turning the hips. The farther the footbag is behind the body, the more the upper body has to rotate. Allow the footbag to pass by before executing the kick. From this point, move your kicking leg in a sweeping or pendulum fashion to create a path that will put it directly beneath the footbag. Now, working from the hip, lift the foot straight up as with the outside kick, making contact around knee level. Finally, create a flat contact surface using the same foot and toe movement as performed with the outside kick. The sweet spot on the foot is the same as that of the outside kick. The back kick is an essential tool for protecting the area directly behind you. This kick guards against the deep shots to the baseline in footbag net. The knee kick is a kick mainly used for control, utilized to prevent the footbag from striking the midsection of the body. It's best used as a block to slow the footbag down and set up for one of the more reliable inside or outside kicks. It's not recommended for passing. On an introductory level, since the knee kick offers the largest surface area, many beginners will rely on it too much, disregarding the development of other basic kicks. Many times this kick can become a crutch. The action of the leg is very similar to a marching step. As with all kicks, balance is moved over to the support leg. The top portion of the thigh is used by bending the knee and lifting straight up to block the footbag upwards. The knee should be parallel with the ground to create the ideal flat surface area with the kick being taken at waist level. For best results, this kick should not be attempted when the footbag is crossing the body. Instead, use it when the footbag approaches from directly in front. In competition, contact with the footbag above the player's waistline is disallowed in all games except footbag freestyle. The knee kick is used extensively as a guard against upper body contact. Many players are now developing the knee kick for putts within 10 feet of the hole in the fast-growing game of footbag golf. The toe kick provides a quick reach to save or cover when the other four kicks cannot be used. It's also very effective in footbag freestyle and is favored by soccer players. This kick is used to help cover the area directly in front of the player. Now keep in mind, at an introductory level, the toe kick may seem the easiest, but the limited surface area actually makes it one of the hardest for a beginner to master. As the footbag falls towards the ground, balance is placed over the support leg. Slightly raise the kicking leg and bend the knee in anticipation of contact. The top part of the foot on the toes is used by flicking the toes straight up and contacting the footbag just above the ground. The flicking motion begins with the leg, extending through the ankle and ending with the toes. Remain in a low balanced position on the support leg. The sweet spot is located just behind the knuckles, not at the tip of the toes. The toe kick is used as a desperation move and is helpful in all forms of footbag play. In footbag consecutive, this kick can sustain a rally which might have otherwise ended. The basis for this program is to introduce and teach players how to properly perform the 5 basic kicks easily, thus eliminating the normal beginner's frustration syndrome as much as possible. To make the learning process a little easier, first look through and visualize all basic kicks and playing tips. Start off by going to the kicks without the footbag, lifting your foot into position at the proper contact point, which is knee level. Next, hand drop the footbag and attempt each kick, catching it as it pops up from the foot. Keeping the footbag airborne is a challenging job, and the basic kicks are the tools you need. Once the basic kicks have been learned and can be performed regularly, the next step is to incorporate the footbag benefits into your athletic program. The following drills not only develop advanced foot control, the key to most sports, but directly enhance playing characteristics in specific sports. One pass drill. This drill involves 2 or more players working together on the inside, outside, and back kicks. It develops control, agility, balance, and kicking rhythm. Players standing about 4 to 5 feet apart and facing each other attempt not only to keep the footbag airborne, but also to use just one kick at a time. While focus is placed on proper technique and good form, It's most important to make good passes to your teammate or teammates. As your game progresses, increase the distance between players to offer further challenge. Multiple footbag drill. This drill is excellent to enhance footwork, lateral quickness, and concentration. It's ideal for the back kick and any problem kicks. Gather as many footbags into one hand as possible. 6 to 12 will do nicely. One person acts as a thrower and calls out the kick, while the kicker is in the ready position and performs the kick. The thrower can concentrate on one kick until the proper results are accomplished. Advanced players can speed up this drill working on quickness. Lateral movement is enhanced by tossing the footbag so the player has to move to retrieve it.
Hustle, let's go! Work it!
Wagon wheel drill. This drill involves 4 or more players working together as a team to control the footbag with as few consecutive kicks by one player as possible. The idea is to pass to the hub or center player, who then passes it on in the same manner. It's an excellent exercise for passing skills, communication, and team support. Players form a circle, with one player in the center acting as the controlling hub. All passes must first come to the hub and then back out to the outer circle. Concentrate on moving the footbag in a specific direction around the circle. Once a full circle has been completed, switch the hub player with a player from the outer circle. As a rule, always use an inside kick when the footbag falls inside the circle, and an outside kick or back kick when the footbag falls outside the circle. Wall drill. This drill is designed mainly to work on the improvement of the inside kick with an occasional use of the outside kick. It's great for developing kicking rhythm, advanced athletic timing, and cardiovascular strength. Begin by standing about 2 or 3 feet in front of a wall. Throw the footbag up against the wall, forcing it to glance off and return to the area in front of you. Attempt to kick the footbag repeatedly against the wall. Focus on the support leg, balance, and alternating of the feet. Footbag has improved the skills of athletes all over the world. Whether it's a daily, normal, regimented workout, or simply a fun alternative, footbag has its place in sports. Footbag, the choice of today's athlete.